Solid, reliable, iconic, the Toyota Land Cruiser has been the gold standard for off-road vehicles for over 70 years now. Throughout automotive history, few names command the respect and admiration of the Land Cruiser, but there is one model that's flying under the radar right now. It is the 100 Series.
In this video, I will show you why this vehicle isn't just a joy to own, but also a great place to park your money in. We'll dive into its history, its legendary status, and why you must buy one now before it's too late.
In the late 1940s, the US government asked Toyota to build something similar to the well-known military Jeep to ship to Korea. And the Land Cruiser story begins in the early 1950s when Toyota responded to the US military's request for a rugged personnel carrier during the Korean War. Enter the Toyota BJ, a no-nonsense workhorse that demonstrated its capabilities by climbing higher up Mount Fuji than any vehicle had before.
You kept hearing how I'm referring to this Lexus as the Toyota Land Cruiser, but if you know anything about Land Cruisers, you do know that underneath is actually a 100 Series Land Cruiser. It's just rebadged as the Lexus. There's a little more luxury touches added to it, and I'm glad that the Toyota version of it actually looks a little bit different, but it's still same shape and same platform, same powertrain, basically the same car. But I'm glad compared to the 80 series, the 100 series actually looks different because the 80 series was kind of pathetic. They literally took the 80 series Toyota Land Cruiser and all they did was put the Lexus badge, and that's all they did to the 80 series. Here, however, we have a different look. Just a bit. So hopefully that explains why I'm referring to this car as Lexus Land Cruiser. Now let's get back to its roots. The nameplate Jeep, interestingly enough, is actually in the name of Toyota's creation, the BJ. J stands for Jeep and B stands for the type of engine. That is so interesting. And even more interesting, when Toyota lost the US military contract to the Willys Jeep, it was kind of a blessing in disguise because Toyota decided to double down on its creation. They got rid of the BJ name and rebranded it as the Land Cruiser.
This lineage gave us icons like the FJ40, FJ55, FJ60. They all became known for how indestructible, durable, capable, and most importantly, how reliable they all were compared to the Jeep and the Land Rover. And then in 1990s, the 80 series came around, a more comfortable and luxury SUV that didn't compromise on off-road ability. And by 1990s, the Land Cruiser wasn't just a tool for survival in remote regions. It was also the ultimate status symbol for those who valued reliability over being flashy.
And the 80 series Land Cruiser from the 90s is often regarded the pinnacle of this blend. With its solid axles and bulletproof design, it became this darling of all Land Cruisers. And then the 100 series came around in 1998, a vehicle that improved on comfort and technology while staying very true to the Land Cruiser ethos overall. And I used to own the 80 series Land Cruiser. Yes, it is cool. Yes, it is boxy and rugged, but it is not as comfortable in day-to-day life. Like driving in the city in the 80 series Land Cruiser, it's pretty tough and stiff, and it's not as comfortable. The 100 series Land Cruiser, however, is the golden middle. It provides all the comfort you want whilst being super rugged and capable and durable. And whenever you're ready to take the Land Cruiser out in the wilderness, the 100 series is ready for it.
When Toyota introduced the 100 series, it was a pivotal moment in the Land Cruiser's evolution. It marked the first time the Land Cruiser was offered with independent front suspension, trading a bit of off-road ruggedness for improved on-road comfort.
But don't let that fool you. The 100 series Land Cruiser retained its wonderful four-wheel drive system, locking differentials, and legendary reliability that all Land Cruisers are known for.
This vehicle is the combination of luxury and reliability, all wrapped in a single package. For $1999, this car has an impressive list of luxury features. Just to name few: all leather interior, wood touches, heated seats, rear entertainment system, active height control for maximum comfort ride, dual zone climate control, you name it. And then there is powertrain, Toyota's robust 4.7-liter 2UZ FE V8. An engine so overbuilt, it became an icon and legend in its own right. And it's based on another iconic 1UZ FE 4.0-liter from the original LS 400, the only engine in automotive history allowed to use for airplanes because how reliable and torquey it is. But this engine is basically the evolvement of that original engine, and that is wonderful because this engine is the definition of durability and reliability, and why we love Toyota so much. Whether you're tuckling through some mud, terrain, or sand, or just running errands around the city, this car with this engine does it all effortlessly. And yes, the reason I'm holding on to the hood, the struts are shot, and this is the only thing that is wrong with this car. Not surprising.
The 100 series Land Cruiser took everything that worked about the 80 series and made it better, or at least more versatile. It introduced independent front suspension, making it more comfortable on-road while still retaining off-road monster with features like center locking differential and optional front and rear lockers. And it's worth mentioning the powerhouse under the hood again, a 4.7-liter V8 engine compared to straight 6 that you find in the 80 series. This V8 is smooth, reliable, and built to last hundreds of thousands of miles.
Fast forward to today, and the Land Cruiser badge has taken it a different path.
The new Toyota Land Cruiser. Every adventure counts.
Toyota discontinued the Land Cruiser after the last model year of 200 series, and that was pretty sad. And they came back just recently with the new Land Cruiser back to the US, but unfortunately it's not a real Land Cruiser. It is the 250 series Land Cruiser Prado that they rebranded here in the US as just Land Cruiser. And it might be rugged, but its 4-cylinder hybrid engine unfortunately is pretty sad, and it struggles to deliver the effortless performance that we used to from the Land Cruiser. Meanwhile, the 100 series Land Cruiser stands tall as the testament that Toyota used to build cars, these Land Cruisers, without any compromise. Now let's talk the current market on 100 series Land Cruiser, and here's where it gets interesting. Compared to the previous generation, the 80 series Land Cruiser, 100 series Land Cruisers are tremendously undervalued. Here's what I mean. The 80 series Land Cruisers in recent years appreciated way too much. Now they're selling in upwards of $50,000 or more in pristine, somewhat low mileage condition. In fact, in the summer of 2024, there was an absurd sale of the 80 series Land Cruiser. It literally brought the amount of money that you could buy a cool exotic car, $170,000. And it's not surprisingly to see higher mileage 80 series Land Cruiser in pretty good condition, 80, 90, 100,000, maybe 150,000 miles, still selling for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, which is absolutely insane. Compare that to the 100 series Land Cruisers with the same mileage, same condition. You can buy one of these for around 10, maybe 15, up to like 25,000. 25,000 really gonna get you a really good one. Like this example, I got this one on a trade. This is a one owner example with 165,000 miles, 1999, one of the most desirable years because of center locking differential. And I got this one on a trade for my 3K to exotic challenge that I'm doing on my YouTube. And this probably worth around 15, 16,000. If you compare the same condition with same amount of mileage for the 80 series, if this was 80 series, this would probably sell for triple that, which is absolutely insane. You might be curious value. between 80 series and 100 series. True hardcore off-roaders see the independent front suspension in the 100 series as a downgrade compared to the front solid axle found in the 80 series. But let's be honest, how many Land Cruiser owners actually pushing their vehicles to those extreme limits? And for 99% of Land Cruiser owners, this car offers all of the durability and capability that you would want at a fraction of a cost compared to the 80 series.
And the second reason is the supply. They simply produced more 100 series compared to 80 series Land Cruisers. In the near future, when it's going to be really hard to find clean examples of 100 series, that's when 100 series is going to be a lot more valuable than they are right now.
The 100 series Land Cruiser is at a unique point in its life cycle. It's old enough to have depreciated significantly, but new enough to avoid some of the quirks and maintenance headaches of earlier models. And with Toyota discontinuing the Land Cruiser in many markets, demand for these vehicles is only going to rise as enthusiasts and collectors starting to realize their value.
Think of it this way, the 80 series Land Cruiser is already a classic and climbing non-stop in value. The 100 series is poised to follow. It's the sleeper in the Land Cruiser lineup, and smart buyers already taking a notice. And why wouldn't they? It's perfect in every way.